Hey, it's been a while. Wanted to first give an update. I binged and purged on whatever the last day I did the video was. Maybe Monday, and have not since then. But my binging is really getting out of control again. I had great freedom from Ed right after I started the videos, and the few weeks leading up to this past week, we had a lot of stressors with my aunt's death and Damon's work schedule and, the penny floor project. And so it just kind of led to a perfect Ed storm on Monday. But I have not since then. So that's great news. It's a victory. Definitely a big victory for me. But I did notice that my binging and my eating in general has not been in a free or healthy kind of place, because even though I'm not purging, it doesn't mean that Ed is not still in charge. And so I kind of wanted to work on that a little bit, and something I've been sitting with for a long time since I started a recovery group was the idea of a schedule. Most of the women in my recovery group are anorexic, and so not that I don't fit in, but sometimes I don't know how to apply advice or ideas to my situation. So we are talking about coping skills, and one thing our leader talks about all the time is how important it is to stay on a schedule. And I totally understand that from a anorexic standpoint, because you need to not skip meals, and you need to eat, and you need to force yourself to eat. But I didn't really understand how that could apply to my situation. Partially because being told I can't makes me want to eat more. But I also knew that Ed has been really kind of in charge as of late. So I decided to start a schedule, and it's hard because so often in the past, I set a schedule in order to lose weight and to diet. And so I really had to kind of separate those two things in my head, and that was hard. But what I did was I decided my body likes to eat breakfast at 8, lunch at 12, dinner at 4:30. It's just the way my body works. Some people are different. You got to work with what is best for you. So the thing that I did that was different is I made sure, absolutely certain, I counted calories to make sure that I had a big enough breakfast and a reasonable sized lunch. And I'm not sure if calorie talk or food talk is a trigger for you. I'm going to talk about it for a couple minutes, maybe a minute. So instead of historically, I would say, 150 to 250 calories is a great breakfast. Let's see if I can make it till lunch. And it just totally messed with me. So I know that for my height and weight and activity level, 2,000 calories is a good amount. I'm going to maintain. I'm going to be healthy. And so what I did was I broke down breakfast. I am forcing 600 calories down my throat at breakfast. But I find it interesting because since it's not craving, and since it's trying to fill up the calories, and something interesting is happening that I'm definitely full. I mean, I'm very full, but I'm finding that I look for better, healthier foods because I'm being more mindful of what I'm putting in my body. So that was been a really good thing. And then same at lunch, if I limit it to around 600 calories, over or under a touch is not a big deal. I'm trying to really move away from legalism with numbers. That it makes me full, and I'm not hungry all morning because I ate the right amount for breakfast. And then I'm not hungry most of the afternoon because I ate the right amount for lunch. And then I try to do about 600 calories for dinner. It has been extremely difficult the last couple days. I just want to remind you guys who watch this who don't struggle with Ed how real this addiction is. I don't want to insensitively compare it to like substance abuse or drug addiction. It's not that intense. However, when I was trying to stay to my schedule, it was so difficult to say no to the desire for food at 5 o'clock. I promise you, I was not hungry. I was not hungry. I was not thirsty. I was in no physical way needing to eat. So take that out of your head. And I was literally shaking because I had to eat, and I had to eat right now because I can't not eat. I have to eat. I have to eat. I have to eat. I have to eat. And I wanted to just shove it all in my mouth. And so the first couple days of my schedule, I ate a lot at dinner time. And it was scary, and it was such a reminder how serious this is. This is not just, for those of you who have Ed, you guys, this is not just something that you can just stop doing. It is a hardwired addiction to the pleasure of food and the habits, and then the physiological responses. Like if your go-to is like sugar and it hits your bloodstream and it gives you a little high, it's the same idea. So I was, for all intents and purposes, going through withdrawals just because I said no to myself for 4 hours and I wasn't hungry. And so I was just thankful for that reminder that this is not a joke. This is not just something that you can take care of, just a little willpower. That's a lot harder than that. But on the good side, today's my 3rd day on a schedule, and I was so much less panicky, or it was a lot easier to manage, and I was so thankful, and I started to feel better in general, because you guys know when you're just eating everything you want and you're letting Ed win, you feel gross. If you're binging and purging, you feel gross and you feel guilty and all those things. And our bodies are designed to eat in a healthy way with a healthy relationship with food. And I see that is what a schedule can do for someone like me. So if you struggle with like binge eating disorder or bulimia, kind of sit with the idea of a schedule for a while. Figure out where you are in your recovery, if it could be helpful to you. I'm 3 days in. I will give you an update. I'm not making any promises that it's the end all save all, but it is a good tool. What else? I'm going to go watch a movie with my kids, which for me is very difficult. This is one of the areas that I feel like I fail as a parent, and I know that I don't. But I'm not designed as a nurturer. I can, and I've learned to, but it would take me more gumption to sit and play a game with my children than it would to gut a room and redo it. So this is very intentional, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to make myself, and I'm going to spend some quality time with them. So let me know how you're doing. Message me. There's some of you I'm wondering about how you're doing. I haven't heard from you in a while. So keep me posted, and I'm going to talk about perception pretty quick here. And I'm excited about that. And I've got to figure out if I'm smart enough to make a movie and like show pictures at the same time. So that's what's coming up. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you later.